Friendly Neighborhood Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over an easy build strategy that can get you the easy win against Malenia. But really quickly, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that watch my videos. Even if you aren't subscribed, I really appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos, so thank you. Now with that said, sorry about that. Let's get right into the video. So my buddy sent me this awesome build that he used to defeat Malenia, and I looked further into it, and it does look like someone has a video of this on YouTube already, so I will post a link to that video as well. So you are only using a few things with this build. You and your Mimic are basically shooting sorceries at her to stun lock her, and it works very, very well, doing a nice amount of damage between you and your Mimic both shooting this at her consistently. What's also nice about this build is if you get her back into a corner or against a wall, this works very effectively at basically just stun locking her in the position she is at, taking all the damage. And it is nice watching her get a taste of her own medicine, since she really does love to spam that waterfowl dance. But basically all you do is you just keep backing away from her and shooting these sorceries at her while your Mimic takes most of the damage. Hopefully you can keep your Mimic alive long enough for you to get into the second phase with him at a decent amount of health. So if your Mimic does have a decent amount of health, then he can take the brute force of her second phase while you do most of the damage, and he does some damage as well. Just make sure that you do keep your distance, or else she will aggro back onto you, and then you'll have to run and then cast these sorceries on the run, which isn't fun. Now this works really well if you're on your first couple of playthroughs. It starts to get a little bit harder when you're on 5+ in your new game plus. With this as well, you do want to make sure you bring enough flasks of cerulean tears so that you have enough to keep refilling when you run out. So anyways guys, that is the strategy. Basically you just keep your distance and keep shooting the sorceries at her, but let's get into the build. So the only weapon that we're going to be using is the Prince of Death Staff at level +25, and then the Bolgo armor for extra protection. And then also these talismans right here, Graven Mask Talisman, the Radagon Icon, and Radagon Sorcereal. And then last but not least, for a boost of health, we are going to be using the Crimson Amber Medallion as well with this build. And then along with that, we are going to be using the Mimic Tear because he smashes. And then also in my Flask of Wondrous Physics, we are going to be using the Cerulean Hidden Tear and the Green Burst Crystal Tear. I like to try and make these as easy as possible so you don't have to go out and find a bunch of stuff, but these are the things that I'm going to be using. Now with these talismans, you can also switch out for the Shard of Alexander and also the Godfrey Icon if the other talismans are not working for you. Now the most important part of this build is going to be this sorcery right here, and I will show you where to get it in just a sec. What's cool about this one is you can either charge it up to shoot a more powerful one or cast it immediately. And to get this, you're going to need to kill one of the Deathrite birds, which is going to be at this location on the map right here. Now, of course, if you don't know this already, once you're here, you have to pass the time till nightfall in order for the Deathrite bird to spawn. But then once you have done that, what we are going to do is then kill the Deathrite bird. Now, if you want to see a video on how I one-shot the Deathrite bird, I will also leave that in the description because it is very easy to do as well. So I'm going to use my buff in order to kill this guy in one shot and easily get this sorcery from him. So now that we are buffed up, we are ready to go and one-shot this guy. And again, all you need to do is kill this guy and you'll get that sorcery. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if this build helped you. Thank you so much, and we will catch you guys next time. Hit the damn subscribe button already.